Radio Land and the people in the studio. I know you have been announcing that Sam Maguire and the Donegal team are coming to, some of the Donegal team are coming to Gaelic Park. I had a call, I've been trying very, very hard to get Sam to take a little detour on the way to Gaelic Park. And I spoke to Frank Bradley, as you know, I called him here this morning. When I got verification that Sam will be coming to the Irish Heritage Centre on the way to Gaelic Park.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, yay. A nice little detour.
Yes, he'll be coming off. For the older people that can't get down to Gaelic Park, not taking anything away from Gaelic Park, I spoke with Frank Bradley, and just as I pulled into the parking lot, I spoke to Grace Boyle in Donegal from Ballabafay, and she said, tell them we will come and we will have our photograph taken at the Heritage Centre. You can have time to get maybe a little drop of something in the cup before they head out to Gaelic Park. And that is for the people. There's no big reception like there is in Gaelic Park. I couldn't just get that sorted.
They can caravan down there, though.
Absolutely.
They can start it. They can have a parade.
Absolutely.
They can start at the Heritage Centre, right? Everybody hop into their vehicles or their buses or whatever they do, and escort it back down to Gaelic Park.
Yeah, what people have got to remember here is Sam Maguire belongs to everybody.
That's right.
For the people, yeah.
And if it were Mayo, it was just an awful shame, not because Breeze is here, but it was an awful shame that Donegal and Mayo met, because I think that they were the two favourite teams to win the All-Ireland. Yeah. You know, whatever. There's a young guy over there, a singer, his name is Jerry Guthrie, and he's from Ballina, and he texted me, wishing us luck on the All Ireland Day, and I texted him back and I said, you know, whoever wins, Jerry, Sam will be coming west, but he'll be veering right to the hills. You know, so it was. This is wonderful. I've been trying with Mike Boyle to get them to stop with Sam on the way, and there's a lot. I was in a nursing home yesterday. Visiting old folk, and there's a lot of older people who are not going to be able.
It would be the thrill of their life.
Yes, absolutely. So what Grace asked me to do was to announce that Sam will endeavour to come to the Irish Heritage Centre on the way, and then they can have their party over there. And Frank Bradley has vouched that he will do everything to accommodate Mike Boyle and Father Carroll and all that are involved.
No better man.
Well, if he said it, it'll happen.
There you are.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you.
Thank you.
But Breach, what's this we hear about this curse on the Mayo team?
Listen, that's a myth.
Isn't it?
I think so. I really do. I don't know, really.
Well, the curse.
There's one on the Galway team, too.
Well,
Yeah.
I know,
Well,
but
we
they
know
said
there's
that
one on
about
the Chicago Cubs.
There's
no doubt about that.
the Clare team as well, about the Biddy Earlys and stuff like that, and they eventually won it. So I think maybe
Mayo
not in
are-
my generation.
No. Mayo are going to win it in 4 years. There's four people. There's 4 people alive of that original team.
Right.
Oh.
And, you know, the priest that put the curse on the Mayo team.
Wait a minute, what if they
And it
lived to
wasn't
be
me.
over 100?
And it wasn't
And it
me.
wasn't Father Carl. But anyway, I don't know. But he said that till all that team were dead. But I mean, the truth of the matter is, and you have to take it on the chin, and you have to deal it out the way that it happened. Donegal were the best team.
On the day.
Nobody took that away
That's
from them.
that's
right.
exactly it.
Nobody took
Yeah,
that away
and,
from them.
on
at
the
all.
day, I
But
mean,
I will say I was disappointed. But at the
of course
same
you
time,
were.
if Mayo was to be beaten by any county in Ireland, I'm glad it was Donegal.
Yeah, and the same thing. If Mayo had won, I would be celebrating as well.
Right,
Not
right.
as much.
Much.
But I would be. But anyway, it's lovely to be here, Siobhan.
Thank you for
And,
coming. What a
Margaret
it was
Breach.
such a
It's
nice
lovely.
surprise. I didn't know until I walked in this morning that you would be arriving.
Well, there you are.
So
And,
yippee.
Yeah, so we had a great concert again.
We
enjoyed
did.
it.
It was lovely.
I enjoyed it.
And you got a great kick out of my sister-in-law going out for her smoke.
Oh, absolutely. It's just, it's nice. It's like coming home now.
I really enjoyed that with Una because I was sitting up in the gallery as
Yeah, the
I
great
told
view.
and Margaret, and I knew exactly who it was, and I knew what she was going out for, and I thought you played it absolutely
Perfect.
perfectly. You know, I was actually surprised that Una told you why she was going out.
Probably figured I'd say she's going to smoke, and she figured she'd say it herself.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Mike would have been doing the same if he had
We
been
were
there.
brother,
Yes,
we were-
Yeah.
yes.
They'd be
absolutely.
together.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we had a wonderful night, and I
Lovely.
really enjoyed it. So it's nice to be down here again with you. And I have a DVD for your dad, for your
Yeah.
husband,
Oh, thank you.
and I think I'm going to be able to give it to him.
Yeah.
In
today.
person,
Yeah.
Yes,
You're going to
and,
have
That'll be
that.
fantastic.
Yeah, they're going up to the house.
right?
Oh,
Yeah.
how lovely.
Yeah.
Margaret, that's beautiful.
Not at
Yeah.
all.
That's
Not
beautiful.
at all.
Thanks so much.
Darlene will have them looking respectable, I know that.
We're giving them plenty of warning now. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was
Margot's
out-
coming.
Yeah, and I was out, you know, the other day at Mike Kenny's grave. I went out. to
You
the
put your
grave.
roses on the grave.
Yeah, it's amazing. I miss him more this year. I think there was so much going on, and when I went back to the house and looked at his chair and he wasn't there, it was very emotional.
So permanent.
Permanent, and I went out. So I've done everything. The last thing that I had to do was to get Sam to the Heritage Centre, and I managed that this morning.
Mission
Thanks
complete.
to the Lord above.
Now I was
Otherwise
watching.
you'd be in trouble.
That's it.
Yeah.
I was watching the CMAs the other night, the Country Music
Yes,
Awards ceremony, and I was thinking of Margot, because I was thinking she'll be headed down to Nashville. Are you going this
Yeah,
time?
we're going on Sunday. Yeah, we're going on Sunday, and I'm going down. I'm really going down. I have, without sounding like I'm boasting or bragging, I don't have anything else in the music business that I want to fulfill.
Yeah.
I really don't. I've done everything that I have wanted to do, and I have received every accolade that I ever wanted, and I all I want to do now is to be happy doing the little shows for whatever reason that I do. But I am going down with some songs to get them hopefully pitched for Joe McShane, and I kind of know some people down there.
Yeah, a
And,
few. Dolly
yeah.
Parton is one of them.
I don't know if Dolly is going to be in town, but maybe she will. But we're going to go to the Opry on Tuesday night, and then we're going to Loretta Lynn's hopefully on Wednesday, or maybe someday. But a lot of the people that I would have known are not there anymore. They've passed on. So Kitty Wells been one of them, and since I was there last, and Liz Anderson, so I've got to go visit their resting places as well. So I'm taking a trip down. I always say, maybe this will be the last trip, but every trip.
Don't ever say that.
So we can never say never.
No.
So it'll be.
Never say
it'll be
never.
nice. It'll be nice. Yeah.
It'll be great. Well, you were mentioning the little concerts, you call them little concerts that you do, and you spend a lot of time raising money for a variety of charities. St. Patrick Fathers is one of them. But I understand that you have a few others that you sing for in Ireland.
Yeah, I do them in Ireland, and it's different in Ireland because I can actually use my band and all that. And but this was set up. Mike Boyle just kept on at me for such a long time to come over and do this, and then I went away. I tried to figure out what way could I do it without having to take a band over, which is very costly. And I got these tracks done, as I talked to you about them before, and I let Mike hear them, and I think if it was 2 tin cans, Mike would have said, that's all right, come, you know. Actually, he was so excited that he told me, if you just came over here and stood on the stage, it would be nice. But no, it turned out to be, I was scared the first time that I did it. I thought, how am I going to go up on the stage on my own? And there's no room for error, because if you take a breath or say a word at the wrong place and you have a band behind you, well, they'll pull back or they'll go forward, whatever way, but there's no room for error. So as long as my mind can keep and track what the.
You're good.
track.
You're really good. I was
Very good.
amazed. I was amazed because I actually did not know that. I don't know how I thought you were going to perform without a band. It didn't even occur to me that you'd have pre-recorded music and
Yeah.
that you would just sing. But then afterwards, of course, you sang live with Johnny Gleason and
Yeah.
Sean O'Donnell and of course Joe McShane for an hour in the
Yeah,
ballroom.
It's nice. It's nice to do that as well, because people love to dance, and it's nice for me to get up there as well. I don't do a lot of touring at home, and to do this, and I talk a lot about Father Carl in Ireland, and the work that he does, and I think he's an absolute. I know he's here today, but I think if he wasn't a nice guy or he wasn't as nice as he is, I wouldn't be as ardent to come over and
Well, this
do
is your
these things.
third
But
concert.
he works so hard, all the committee, every one of them works so hard to make this night a success. And I hope in God that as long as I can do it for them, and if they want me to do it, I would love to be able to do it again.
Well, I
That's
thoroughly
great.
enjoyed it, and any kind of little glitch or mishap, you have a great sense of humor on stage, and you're able to handle it just fine.
No problem.
I wish I could tell jokes as well as she does. and
I know.
And remember them as well as she does.
I actually did not know that you were such a comedian.
Yeah, well, I didn't know myself either.
You
But,
have some good ones, I'll
yeah,
tell you.
but
Yeah.
it's something. It lightens it lightens up the
It does, yeah.
atmosphere, and actually I give a lot of my jokes to Daniel. I tell them to my mother, and she tells them to him, and that sort of thing. So he tells them, then at his shows. But
So Margot's taking credit for Daniel's jokes, just so everybody knows.
Absolutely. I would take credit for a lot more than his jokes. But I would be kind of modest there. But no, the jokes, they kind of lighten up the atmosphere, and they fill in the little gaps. So it's nice to do it, and I thoroughly enjoy it.
And you're really good about accommodating requests that people had and throwing out dedications to different people as well. So it's a very personal experience, I think, for everybody that attends the concert. And you had people from as far away as Ireland that came.
Yes, there's a lady came over from Kerry, from away down near Ballyhaig. She comes from Helen Reedy, and she was at a concert that I did for the All Ireland in Donegal, and she said I might see you at the end of the month, next month. So I said, are you coming to Chicago? And she said, I am. So it's amazing. And another couple of people travelled long journeys. People came from California and different places. Fans of Daniel's, of course, that we have become friends too, and
Shared fans, I'd say.
yeah,
Fans of yours
shared,
and
yeah,
his.
Absolutely. So it's pretty wonderful, and I get very excited still at the thought. I think more so that when I seen the St. Patrick Fathers, and I must say what they do, and I mean this with the most meaning I could ever imagine. The hard work that these people do in all these third world countries that we take for granted. And the thing, I talked to one of the priests, and they go out to these deplorable situations, and they come away from them, and whatever calling, and it must be absolutely wonderful, they always want to go back. And that's what I find. If the people that are involved in the Irish Heritage Centre can put on those concerts, and that they can help, we joke around a lot and all that, and if they can help in any way to give Father Carl and the St. Patrick's Fathers anything to help with the work that they do, then it's a job well done.
It is, and the St. Patrick Fathers make changes for the most fundamental aspects of these people's lives, digging wells for fresh water.
Yes.
We lost so much that we take for granted. Educating them, offering them the Catholic faith, and feeding them, showing them how to plant crops, and I mean, it's huge the work that they St. Patrick Father.
And giving them hope.
Yes.
You know, we can sit here on the lighter end of it, and we can have a lot of fun, and I can do a lot of concerts. But I must say this: the first time that I came out to do the concert with the tracks, when I walked in to start to sing, I handed it over, and I said before I started, I said, "Now God, this is for your crowd, so you're in charge." So if I
And it went perfect.
and it did, so fair
And it
play.
always has gone perfect. you know.
And when is your dinner dance, by the way? Have you got that date set? Now that we're talking about the St.
The
Patrick Father.
last Sunday in April is always the dinner dance.
The last Sunday in
In
April.
April.
It will be at
And-
Monzo's again?
Yeah, Nanso's again.
Okay.
And next Saturday night, I should say, the 10th, is our regular monthly dance. And we always start the November dance with Mass for our deceased benefactors, families and friends. And there might be a special guest there that night too.
We'll
Yeah.
see. Margo,
We'll see.
speaking of special guests, I understand that you'll be having a very special guest attend your concert next year, flying out first class, I believe.
Well, you know, I talked to her this morning, and she has told Daniel that she's travelling. I think she's 93, my mother now,
God
and she
bless her.
hasn't been well in the last while. So I always, like, if I thought that telling her and bringing her to Chicago next year would keep her alive for another year, I would get a private jet and I'd fly her here. And that's the truth. You know, they are so special, the older people. And you know, when they go, part of us and our heritage go with them.
That's true.
And she was telling me a little story this morning. My mother has got top teeth and bottom teeth, and I would go to the dentist, you know, and she'd be phoning me and she wouldn't get me, and she'd say, "Where were you?" And I says, "Oh, I was at the dentist." "At the dentist? You at the dentist again?" "Yeah." She says, "Why don't you be like me? Get the whole lot of them out and get teeth like me. They're far better and they're handier." But anyway, I was trying to get her yesterday, and I couldn't get her, and she says, "Do you know where I was?" And I says, "Where?" She says, I went over to get my hair done, and she says, then I went to the dentist because my bottom teeth were hurting me this past 3 years.
3
And she says-
years.
Yeah. So she says, I thought I'd phone the dentist. She says, so he had a cancellation, and I went to him, and she says, 2 minutes, she says, and I'm having a pain in her neck in my mouth.
Look at that, 2 minutes.
And she left it for 3
3
years.
years.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So she's amazing. She takes so much interest in what we do, Daniel and myself, and indeed the rest of the family. And she said to me, actually, the day of the concert, and she says this before anything I do. Now, don't forget, Margaret, keep the mic well up to your mouth so people can know what you're saying. So I always say that if she was born when I was, she would be on a stage somewhere doing something.
Is she a singer?
No, she doesn't sing at all.
What about your father? Was
My
he?
father was a great singer. He was a wonderful singer. And it was him that taught me all the old Irish ballads
Yeah.
when I was a little kid. But my mother, funnily enough, she knows the words to every song. You know, there's not a song she doesn't know the words to.
Maybe
of
that's
the
where
older songs.
Maybe
you
that's
know.
where you get that memory of yours from.
Yes, so she would actually inspire us, you know, and things that, and the wisdom that she has of music, and the way, as a matter of fact, to deal with people, and who, you know, what way to act. She has a wonderful mind, and I think, you know, they're our heritage, you know, they really are, and I love her dearly, I really do. But I must say, if she closed her eyes in the morning, I haven't got one regret.
That's a beautiful
I
thing.
haven't
That's a
a
beautiful
thing
thing.
that I could say I regret, and I never will have. So it's great to have her all these years.
Well, God bless her, and I hope that she continues on and has some recovery and better health
Yes.
and
yes.
now in the future.
Yes.
So now you're headed down to Tennessee in the next, you said on Sunday you're leaving?
Yes.
Are you driving?
Yeah, we're going down with Joe McShane. We're driving there and stopping off a couple of places on the way. God knows what kind of shape we come back in, but